that is a Santa Barbara sea urchin. Look at all this fresh seafood on ice. I'm gonna have a really good day. This is Santa Barbara. It is a coastal city in central California. It has been called the American Riviera, attracting many tourists every year to experience the sights, the history, and of course, the food. If you're planning on visiting Santa Barbara, especially for the first time, you might be asking, where should I start? Hey there, it's Steve from Rockstar Eater, and in today's video, I'm taking you on my epic 72-hour journey into Santa Barbara, California. In this full documentary, I'll show you the best of everything, what to eat, where to stay, and more in the ultimate Santa Barbara food and travel adventure on YouTube. And if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. More of these awesome food and travel videos coming your way. All right then, let's head on up north to Santa Barbara. I haven't been to Santa Barbara in over 4 years, so this is pretty exciting for me. And the weather is so ideal. It's cool, it's breezy, and I just love the sights of this entire harbor. You see all this behind me, and there's even ocean right in front of me. So yeah, this is really like your ideal California day right here. I'm gonna be having lunch right over there, but before that, maybe I'll give you a little tour of Harbor Walk so that you can get a preview of the glory of Santa Barbara. So here we go. The Harbor Walk starts all the way down there where there's parking for 90 minutes for free. And then you go along this path that goes this way and it stretches on for a while, maybe about like a block or a block and a half. And along the way, you'll see water to your right, and then to your left, you'll see all that. Of course, you'll see boats and yachts like these in cities like Long Beach or Marina del Rey. But Santa Barbara, I would say it's a little bit more easygoing and relaxed, and plus it smells so nice out here. Yeah, I feel like I can just be on this walkway and hang out here for half the day. I think I've kind of reached the end of it. There are all these rocks where you can walk along and it'll take you all the way down there. But I think I'm going to just save the walking for right now because I'm gonna head over to one of the most popular seafood markets, which is right from where I started. Yeah, it's about lunchtime. Sounds like a good idea. This is pretty much it, the Santa Barbara Fish Market, which is along Shoreline Drive. And this is considered to be the best seafood fish market you're gonna find in the city. In fact, online reader polls have rated this to be the best fish market for like 20 years in a row. It looks like I came to the right spot. It's kind of a small little seafood market. I can tell that when it gets busy in here, it can be a little bit cramped. I heard that it's been around for about 25 years. And they get a lot of their seafood locally as well as internationally, so that you can be trying seafoods both from California as well as different parts of the world. And they're most known for their live sea urchin. After all, we are in Santa Barbara, so it makes sense, right? As well as their SB rock crab and a whole lot of other seafoods. These are some of the things that you can get from the seafood market, like the candied black cod, which a lot of people get here. And then you can also get, look at that, ikura, okay, salmon eggs, as well as crab cake. And they have these, yep, that's what I was talking about, the rock crab claws. And then down here, we got some sauces like cocktail sauce, tartar sauce, even some of the crab claw meat. And yeah, even more like what, marinades, as well as miso paste. We also got marinated anchovies, seasoned baby octopus, calamari salad. Let's see, okay, smoked salmon lox, hot smoked salmon. And I see a lot of fresh fish here. Look at that, big slab of bluefin tuna. Even got hamachi right there, as well as some halibut, and we got some sea bass, black cod, as well as that king salmon. Kumamoto oysters, yep, gotta have some of those too, right? And I see a fish right there. And then down there we got some scallops and the lobster tail, one of my favorites, as well as shrimp and some assorted clams. You see those clams? You got the big and the little ones, as well as the black mussel, and even more sauces like the sesame oil, yuzu, as well as soy sauce of all kinds. And the good thing about this seafood market is that they do have a menu so that you can order some of these foods. They'll prepare it for you and you can pretty much eat it. But the thing is, they don't have any tables here. They have some common seating outside, but for the most part, you're gonna have to eat it somewhere outside, perhaps by your car or by the beach. But they do have another location in the city of Goleta where they do have indoor and outdoor seating. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head on over there because the kitchen menu is even bigger there too. Yeah, that sounds good. Some of you guys might not know where Goleta is. It's a city that's about 10 miles west of Santa Barbara, although it's still within Santa Barbara County. You know, I think this is the furthest west I've ever driven along the coast of California. How fascinating. Yeah, the Goleta location definitely looks more like a restaurant. Of course, they do have the seafood market with pretty much the same choices like that of Santa Barbara. But like I said, this location is pretty good because you have the indoor seating as well as the outdoor seating. I feel like I'm gonna be a little bit more relaxed, or perhaps a lot more relaxed eating at this location. Let's see what's on the menu, beginning with the to share section. Black cod is very popular here, as well as the beer steamed mussels. Clam chowder, pretty classic. Calamari. But when you come here, you definitely need to focus on the raw bar because everybody who comes here gets the Santa Barbara sea urchin. Yep, I'm gonna get one of those for sure, as well as the East and West Coast oysters and the signature Santa Barbara rock crab claws. Oh man, I don't think I've ever had that before. That sounds exciting. And we have the mains. You see they have the fish sandwiches. They even have like fried soft shell crab sandwich. And they got the lobster roll, you see that? As well as the whitefish ceviche tostada. And look at that, they even have fish tacos, as well as the poke bowl, even a Baja burrito. And they even have some of these specials of the day, like the spicy tuna nachos. Tuna nachos always sounds very good to me. And they even have steamed crab at market price. And you can also do a fish plate. Okay, so you pick one to the left, which is your choice of fish, and then you pick two from the other side. And to the left of the entrance, they got water along with assorted silverware. And look at this, they even got sauces available for you, such as some hot sauce. We got various soy sauces you can use, ketchup, along with mustard and vinegar. They even got assorted foods you can buy, such as various soup mixes, sauces, pasta, and up there, merchandise sweater. And look at all these drinks that you can get here. That is incredible. Not just drinks, but even these pickles. Look at that. That is the SB Rock Crab Claw. Oh, so exciting. See, it goes right on the ice, along with the oysters that have been shucked. That's the Santa Barbara sea urchin. It begins by cutting the mouth out, and I'm not sure exactly how they split sea urchins open. I think this is one of very few times that I'm watching this, or maybe even the first time. Oh, look at that. Oh, I see it. I didn't know that with sea urchin you do have to remove some of that stuff inside, like the guts and the kelp and everything. Whenever you see seafood on ice like this, you know you're gonna have a fabulous, fabulous lunch. Okay, beginning with the Santa Barbara sea urchin, the uni, locally caught, and this is what you definitely need to eat when you come to Santa Barbara, so I am not missing out on this. And then to the left, that's the Santa Barbara rock crab claws. And today's the first time that I'm trying these. Okay. And it comes with a side of the fermented chili sauce. And then in the center, we got the cocktail sauce, the ponzu sauce, as well as the mignonette, which goes with the oysters. And then down here, we got 3 kinds of oysters. The one to the left is from Morro Bay. The one in the center is from Virginia. And then the one to the right is from British Columbia, the Washington area. I think I'm gonna start off with trying some of this Morro Bay oyster. Okay. That's like so nice and chilled, and it just like melts in your mouth. And I'm really into like these small types of oysters. That's why whenever I go to, for example, sushi restaurants and they have the Kumamoto oysters, that's like one of my favorite things to get. But then they also have these big oysters from Virginia. You see the size of it? Oh yeah. Wow, that one is more of a mouthful, but still very fresh and very tasty. Tastes just like the ocean. A very clean taste too. And with the sauces, you can pretty much do it however way you want. You see, you can do the cocktail sauce, you can do the ponzu sauce, or you can do the mignonette sauce. And now I am back to the small size oyster from British Columbia. Wow, that oyster is small, but it's so fat at the same time. You really get a mouthful of that. Like I said, I'm more of a smaller oyster type of person, but if you guys like the big oysters, they got it here, all sizes. You can have so much fun eating oysters here. First time trying the Santa Barbara rock crab claws. Here we go. It's like a very nice, clean taste. I would say it's more like the texture of eating Dungeness crab than eating snow crab legs. I wouldn't say it's as impressive as those stone crab claws that I had when I was in Miami. But any crabs, especially if it's really fresh like this, I'm gonna really like it and I'm really gonna enjoy it. It's a good thing that they crack these crab claws because it is so hard. It's almost like ceramic, pottery. I've had Santa Barbara uni, of course, many times in sushi restaurants, but this is the first time that I am eating it within Santa Barbara County. That tastes exactly like what I've had at sushi restaurants. Oh yeah, it's so fresh and it liquefies in your mouth. And you do have to add the ponzu because I think that really gives it like that Asian taste. Now me personally, I'm more into Japan uni, but even Santa Barbara uni, I love it. I'm gonna appreciate any uni that I get if it's fresh. This one is the spicy salmon poke bowl, which is also very popular here, and I really do like poke, so I am trying it. So in here we got the salmon, of course, along with red onion, wakame, sesame, scallion, the shoyu dressing, which is that, along with all that rice in the bottom. And then right there we have the habanero masago mayo. I can tell I'm really gonna like this one. That is like salmon perfection. It is so tender, and I love all the ingredients inside, from the sesame seeds to the onions. So they give you the ponzu sauce with it, but then they also give you the spicy mayo if you want to change up the flavor in a different way. Yeah, I think I like that sauce better than the shoyu sauce. Wow, this thing is so good. It's even better than what I've had at a lot of other poke restaurants around LA. Okay, if you get the poke bowl here, then you're definitely safe. I mean, it's a seafood house, so it should be pretty good, right? If you're thinking of getting the fish and chips here, I think you should because it is very popular here. This one is the SB Rockfish fish and chips. Look at how big this piece of fish is. It is so huge. It is a beast. Wow, I think it's the biggest one I've ever seen. We got the fries, of course, along with the lemon and the Japanese tartar sauce. Of course, I'll start off by trying some of these fresh cut fries. Wow, those French fries taste so, how do you describe, like natural? Just kind of imagine the fries that they have at In-N-Out Burger, but bigger. You see this? Yeah, just like that, but bigger. So if you guys are into those kind of fries, then I think you're really gonna dig this. I'm telling you, look how big this thing is. It's almost like a foot long. I've never been to London before, so obviously I cannot compare any of the fish and chips here in California to what's in England, but all I can say is whether they taste good or not. And this one, definitely very good. Like, it's fresh, it's crunchy, the fish inside is so plump, so moist, it almost melts in your mouth. Very nice. Fish and chips is one of those things that I don't get like all the time whenever I go to seafood markets or any seafood restaurants. But if it is one of the top things at the restaurant, then of course I'm gonna be open-minded and I'm gonna try it. And who doesn't like a good lobster roll, right? This is the SBFM lobster roll. So we got the lobster in there, of course, along with the lobster aioli, lemon, celery, and that beautiful brioche bun. Yeah, that's a pretty good lobster roll. Oh, seriously, I have no complaints about it. The bread is made really nicely, like buttery, crispy, and fluffy. And then the lobster itself, big chunks of that lobster claw inside, that's crunchy, it's fresh, has really good flavor. And the mayo is not really that thick either, which is the way I like it. Whenever I go to seafood restaurants and I don't know what sandwich to get on the menu, I oftentimes just get the lobster roll. Like I said, since this is a fish market, they have all of the seafood selections that you can buy, take home, and if you are a really good chef, then all power to you. But if you decide you want to dine in here or order food to go, it's really good. This is like some of the best fish market, seafood market food that I've had anywhere. I'm gonna finish up here and then I am headed back east to the city of Santa Barbara because I still have to check into my hotel. If you guys are looking for a great hotel to stay at in Santa Barbara, then I think I got the place for you. I'm staying here at Hotel Santa Barbara. This is one of the oldest hotels in the city. It's been around for about 150 years. And I heard that an earthquake destroyed it, so they had to rebuild it and represent it in 1926. But they recently underwent another renovation just last year, so this hotel is looking super nice. And another great thing about it is that it's walking distance to just about everything. Downtown, all the restaurants, shops, Stearns Wharf, the beach. So if you guys are thinking of staying here, I'm gonna give you the hotel tour and plus my room. So let's go check it out. Okay, I'm already liking the design of this lobby. It is so nice. You feel a lot of the traditional aspects, but then you feel the modernity as well. And like I said, they recently renovated just last year, which is why it's really the perfect time to stay here. So when you walk in, you see the check-in straight ahead, but then when you go to the right, you'll see the section called 1926, which is the newest addition to this hotel. It's a bar where you can get alcoholic drinks. You can also get snacks for breakfast as well as in the afternoon. Then turning this direction, this is where you can find restrooms, both to the right as well as to the left, and then you even have a gym. See, we got a treadmill right there, and then we got these steps, got a bicycle, then we got the balls, and yeah, the mirror if you want to flex and look at your muscles. Yeah, they even got this as well. Okay, nice. We got some towels. That's always very helpful. Water dispenser, both cold and hot, as well as your cups and tissues. Of course, not as big as like Planet Fitness, but hey, some gym is better than no gym, right? Yeah, for sure I'm going to be in here at least one time during this whole trip. This is really one of the most unique elevators I've seen. So once you get to your floor, this opens, but then there's also this other door that you have to kind of wait for, so just be patient with it. Okay, and then it spits you right out. Man, even the hallway looks so nice. They got this as well, like you can actually wash your hands right here. And check this out, underneath here, they got bags of ice. Oh, that is so cool, so convenient. And this is my room. Let's go in. Okay. There are a few different room sizes at Hotel Santa Barbara. I got the king bed room, which is good for solo travelers like me. So let me show you what they got in here. To the left of the door, you'll see the closet, which has the bathrobe. We even have handheld steamer. All right. Along with the hangers. What do we got on this side? Oh, safe deposit box, as well as some of these snacks that you do have to pay for if you want to eat it. And then next to the closet to the right, we got some, let's see, what do we got? Cups, I think, as well as the little ice holder. And we have some tongs down here, as well as wine opener. And then turning in this direction, we got the smart TV right there. And let's see, coffee maker. Okay, along with complimentary coffee. Those are the cups. And then down here, let's see, yes, that is the refrigerator. Inside here, we got some drinks, even some wine. So if you want to buy these, They have them here at the room, and you can also store your leftovers. And right here is the writing desk where you can write, read. They even got a phone right there, notepad. And then to the left, we got the bed, which is where I'm gonna be sleeping at. See, very big, nice king-size bed. And we got alarm clock. And then I gotta show you the bathroom. Okay, let's turn on the lights. There we go, all right. To the right, that is the bathtub, the shower. We got another bathrobe right here. You see the conditioner and shampoo, body wash. And then that's the toilet. And that is the sink, obviously, with the tissue. And then we got hand wash, moisturizer, we got some cups. And then down here, we got some of the bath towels. And this one is a hairdryer. As of this video, my room is about $328, but you might want to check on the website because it could be different depending on what day, what season you come in, as well as what kind of a room you get, obviously. And parking, there is parking on site, but it costs about $30 a day. If you like that traditional look along with a touch of that modern charm, then you're really gonna like Hotel Santa Barbara. The first thing you should do when coming to Santa Barbara for the first time is to check out downtown. Of course, you can go on so many different streets and blocks, but I suggest start with State Street because this is where all the action is at. It's kind of like the 3rd Street promenade of Santa Barbara. Now, if you go in the south direction, it will take you to the pier and the beach. But then when you go in the northward direction, there's a section that's closed off for about 10 blocks, meaning that no cars drive through, only pedestrian traffic. Of course, I'm not going to show you every single store on State Street, but I can just kind of show you a little bit of how it looks like at least, right? Seems like a very fun activity to do, especially if you are into walking and getting your steps in. Even though there are no cars going through the road, there are bicyclists and some of them move pretty fast. So I would suggest, if you can, just walk on the sidewalk for your safety. You definitely see the Spanish-inspired architecture all around. So it kind of reminds me of what I've seen in La Jolla and some parts of San Diego. Really charming. I like this. Very nice view. And I see Paseo Nuevo. I heard that this is the most popular outdoor shopping center you can find in downtown Santa Barbara. Okay, I'm gonna walk through it. Wow, this is a pretty nice walkway. I see some stores that I recognize, such as Gap. So in some ways, just think of like Westfield Mall, but just more of that Santa Barbara Spanish vibe to it. Look at that, they have a movie theater on site. It looks so classy, I like it. Just like with a lot of other shopping centers, you're gonna see your restaurants, your gift stores, recognizable brands, as well as individually owned boutique stores. I don't know about you, but I like walking through shopping centers, especially outdoor ones when the weather is so nice. I don't usually buy stuff, but I still like to walk through them. Okay, I see a lot of restaurants here, along with a lot of seating at the center. And now it spits me straight out into State Street again. Okay, back to course. Santa Barbara Museum of Art. Hey, at least there's one museum on State Street. Old Navy, I recognize that too. Granada, what is that? Oh, that is like a piece of art right there. I love that building. The pedestrian zone pretty much ends at Victoria Street, and then once you go more north after that, then that's car traffic. But keep in mind that if you want to explore more of downtown Santa Barbara, you can certainly go a lot more north. You can go in that direction, you can go in that direction, but all of the action, or most of the action, is right here on State Street. And now I have made it out to Corazon Cocina, located in the Santa Barbara Public Market. And this isn't any ordinary food stand. This taco stand has been nominated on Michelin Guide. I mean, how often do you go to a food stand in a food hall that's been on Michelin Guide, right? So of course, this is one award-winning food spot that I need to check out, a true hidden gem. Just to show you what's on the menu to share, which is good if you are with somebody else or perhaps a small group. You see they got everything from guacamole to tortilla soup. And they even got some ceviches as well, which is really awesome, I heard. Yes, tacos. This is what everybody comes for. You see they got sweet potato, they got pastor, birria, and the ensenada is also popular. Look, even mole taco, as well as this norteño, which is a grilled skirt steak. And on this side, we got quesadillas. If you guys like quesadillas, they got a few different flavors to choose from. And they even got the burritos as well. We are in California, so obviously they're gonna sell them here. And even a kids menu, as well as desserts and the sides. And finally, we got the drinks, everything from agua fresca to even wine. Okay. Even though this isn't a food hall, it's not considered fast food, so you do have to wait a little bit after you place the order. But it is fresh because a lot of it is made from the heart. They use a lot of Mexican ingredients as well as a lot of local ingredients from Santa Barbara. So yeah, you're gonna get some quality stuff. I mean, it is Michelin guide, so how could they not, right? Those are some really nice looking tacos. It's so big and so colorful too. Yeah, the artistry that's going into it, as well as the freshness, it's like you can't help but get excited. And this Corazon Cocina has its own seating area, like a few tables along with the bar seating behind me. This is a food hall, so there are gonna be a lot of common seating areas, so you don't have to worry about seating at all. There's also another location in Carpinteria, so if you are more in that direction, then obviously you should go there. My first taco is the birria, which is the braised short rib, peanut salsa matcha, onions, cilantro, and a homemade corn tortilla. That is like juicy, tender amazingness right there. It's really one of the most flavorful birria tacos I've had. Really, there's like so much flavor in it, and it's also a little spicy, obviously because I added some of the hot sauce inside, and I just love everything about it. Okay, for sure, you got to get the birria tacos here. Like seriously, some of the best birria tacos I've had anywhere. This one is called the Tijuana, which is their popular octopus taco. There's also wild white shrimp, avocado, cheese, salsa cruda, peanut arbol salsa, Anaheim chili, pickled onions, and the homemade corn tortilla. It's almost twice the size of a typical street taco. So I guess that kind of justifies how much they're charging for each taco. Wow, that is a pretty mind-blowing seafood taco. I mean, you got the crunchiness of the shrimp, the octopus inside, as well as the crunchiness of the onion and the cilantro. I love the salsa inside. Just everything about it is like, wow. I mean, you cannot complain that this thing has no flavor. It's like really flavored up to the max, and it's so warm and so savory. It like brings a smile when you bite into it. Okay, I can already tell this is not your typical taco stand. These are really like chef-driven tacos. And of course, they have their drinks as well, such as the Jamaica, one of my favorites. Yep, it's pretty legit. Tastes just like what I've had in a lot of Mexican restaurants. Really refreshing. And I think this one is a little bit on the sweeter side, but I don't mind. It's actually like a really pleasant sweetness. This is really so perfect, especially if you have food that's very spice driven and even kind of spicy. It's perfect. This one is a sweet potato taco. Okay, I don't have this one that often. I'm very excited. Farmer's Market sweet potato, almond arbol salsa, salsa cruda, queso fresco, and pickled onions. That is so tasty. I don't know if you guys like sweet potatoes, but I really do. It doesn't matter if it's in a taco or in cake. It's like, I'm just gonna get it. And I think this is only my second or third time that I've had a sweet potato taco in my life. But I always like it. And the way they make it here, so very unique, because we got cheese in there along with the sweet potato, the salsa. Oh yeah, I feel like I could come back here just for this taco. Here's one I've had many times in different ways. Al pastor. Spit roasted pork that's marinated in adobo, cilantro, salsa cruda, pickled habanero pineapple salsa, as well as the corn tortilla. For the most part, it has a very classic al pastor taste, but it's like so saucy, juicy. I don't think I've ever had a pastor like this before. But of course, I have had a pastor taco that had pineapples in it. I mean, I think I still prefer the pastor street tacos back home in LA. But this one, if you order it here, I think you're gonna like it. It's very enjoyable and has really good flavor too. And then finally, the norteño, which is the best seller. Grilled skirt steak along with cheese, guacamole, beans, salsa mugrosa, and homemade flour tortilla. Man, look at the size of this thing. I feel like I'm eating a mini burrito. They really do pack it on. Once again, very saucy, so I don't think you're gonna complain that it's too dry. I mean, me personally, this is not exactly my favorite combination, but still, I mean, it is pretty tasty. I know there's a lot of people out there that love like the bean and the guacamole and the steak combination, which you find in more of those like Mexican American type restaurants. But the tortilla is really good. It's like fresh made. You can taste the toastiness of it. It's great. I wish I could have tried every taco on the menu, but of these 5, if you're wondering which one was my favorite, I have to say it's either the birria taco or the Tijuana. These two are like so mind-blowing. So yeah, come check it out for yourself. And if you've tried any of the other dishes, then please do drop a comment so that you can let us all know what else is good here. My first activity of the day requires me to be there a little bit early, which is the reason why there's not too many people walking the street. And almost everything that I'm going to show you in this video is pretty walking distance, which is a good thing, especially if you're staying at the Hotel Santa Barbara. And I do want to show you this really interesting thing that you can also see on State Street. You're going to pass through the underpass going southward. So it's not just all about those 10 blocks that are blocked off to car traffic. This pass is pretty cool as well. Okay, it's kind of clean, also a little bit artsy. Definitely much better looking than a lot of the underpasses I've seen in Los Angeles. And just like that, it spits me out to the other side, headed towards the beach. I mean, nothing really that spectacular, but hey, it's still nice to look at on the way there. I have made it, and it didn't really take me that long. You see, pretty much everything is like walking distance around here. It takes only about, what, like 20 minutes, and next thing you know, you're here at the check-in, whale watching, with this specific company called Condor Express. It's said that this is the fastest, largest boat in Santa Barbara. The perfect catamaran for whale watching. So we're gonna go out there into the sea, and this whole thing is gonna take about 2.5 hours, and I'm gonna be seeing some whales, possibly dolphins, and maybe sea otters. Well, we'll see whatever is out there. I'll take it. That sounds so fun. You check in at this fishing store and everybody will get one of these boarding passes, which will also explain some of the different expectations and if they sell merchandise and all that stuff. So as of this video, the adult admission is $82.80, and if you guys want to park, it's $3.50 per hour in the lot. And I heard that if you're 5 years old and under, you can actually get on the Condor Express catamaran for free, and also seniors 10% discount. That's pretty cool, right? Onto the boat we go. Fairly large crowd today. Alright, going deep into the ocean right now. So they're just kind of giving a little bit of an overview of the different whales that you can see out there in the sea. You know, just some trivia, just to make it a little exciting. This boat is about 75 feet long and 26 feet wide, and it can hold up to 127 people if it's at full capacity. There's the first deck, which is kind of like the indoor spot, and then you can go to the second deck if you want to have all the outdoor breeze. Yep, and they got the full-on bar, they got a breakfast menu, they got a lunch menu. You do have to pay, of course, but I heard that it's pretty reasonably priced compared to a lot of foods that you can find in Santa Barbara. I mean, food is just expensive in SB. The catamaran does rock, so you do have to hold on to the handrails, especially if you're outside. Yes, there is a possibility you could get seasick, which I have before, so just letting you know, take your motion sickness pills. There's no real specific specific trick on how to get these dolphins or whales to come out. You just have to kind of watch out for them. So forgive me if I don't get every single shot of them jumping out. Like, I'm doing my best here to try to see when they'll come out so that I can show you guys.
So breed all year long.
The camera seriously does not do it justice. You just have to sign up and come on this boat and see it for yourself. Seems that most of the time you're gonna just be going through the ocean at a really fast speed, which is fine with me. I mean, even if you don't see a lot of whales or dolphins, just enjoy the scenery. I mean, how often do you go out to the coast of Santa Barbara by the ocean to see something like this, right?
Type of experience we'd like to provide for our customers. So we'll all be getting...
Unfortunately, we did not get to see any whales. Like, they just weren't around. I don't know where they are. I mean, you can't just tell them to come up out of the water for a picture, right? Oh, it happens at times. But at least I got a voucher to come back on this boat in the future. But overall, it's a very scenic tour of Santa Barbara Ocean. Went really west. I think we went all the way to like Goleta or something. 10 to 12 miles out. I'm going to be heading over to the pier right now, and you're going to pass by West Beach on the way there. This is one of few beaches that you can hang out at in Santa Barbara because it is beach city, so obviously you should be visiting the beach at least one time, right? Water, not quite as crystal green as the ones I've seen in Hawaii, but I guess it's better than no ocean, right? Another one of the things that you can do in Santa Barbara, especially for free, is to walk the Stearns Wharf. This wharf has been around for about 150 years, and it's said to be the longest deep sea wharf in between San Pedro and San Francisco. And here you'll find some restaurants, some shops, even a sea center. So I guess it's kind of like the Santa Monica Pier of Santa Barbara. It's very nice. I'll show you a little bit of what they got here. If you're planning to drive into this wharf, the first 90 minutes is free, but then after that, there's a fee. Well, I don't have to worry about that since I'm staying at Hotel Santa Barbara. I can walk just about anywhere. I'm already seeing some interesting stores like ice cream shop, as well as this trading company, which I think is a gift store. Let's go see what's inside. Looks like they got a little bit of everything here, from the keychains to the cups to clothing. You see these sweaters you can buy? Even more clothes in this section, a whole bunch of t-shirts. So yeah, be sure to get your merchandise before you get out of here, especially if you're visiting from very far away. Mother Stearns Candy Company. Okay, I'll check it out.
Coming in. A mini chocolate.
I haven't even had lunch yet, and I just like want to eat this as my meal now. Oh, look at that, they have free samples, one per person. Raspberry lemonade. That's like some of the chewiest candy I've ever had, and the flavor is good too. Yeah, this store has my endorsement if you want to get candy here. Got all the candies in the packages, and you can get all these gummies. I bet kids would have a really fun time at the store. Yep, they got the restaurants, but then they also have candy stores like this, as well as the ice cream store that's right next door. I see about 16 choices of ice cream on display from Thrifty, solid ice cream company. I heard this is another one of the great seafood restaurants to try in Santa Barbara. I'm not going to be going here today or during this trip, but just letting you know that if you're thinking of eating at this restaurant, especially if you are on Stearns Wharf, then it's really a top pick amongst locals and, of course, tourists. And even this thing called Celebration Cruises, boat rides. I did this last time when I was in Santa Barbara a few years ago. It's pretty cool. You can do like, let's see, parasailing, or you can do like a little yacht tour. into the ocean. I mean, not quite as extensive as what I did at Condor Express, but if you want to get like a little mini tour, then yeah, you can sign up here. And right here on Stearns Wharf, you're going to find another one of the biggest attractions, not just on Stearns Wharf, but in all of Santa Barbara. This is the Santa Barbara Museum of Natural History Sea Center. It's a marine education center and an aquarium, and it sits like on this pier, which is really unique because I don't think I've ever seen a design like this before. So if you are into marine life, then for sure you got to get your ticket and you got to go in, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. Here are the admission details. If you are a member, it's free. Adults like me is going to be $17, which is not terribly bad because museums and aquariums can be a lot more expensive than that. Senior citizens and look, children under 2 years old, free. When you come in, you're going to see various tanks to your left and to your right, and with some of them you can actually touch them. Wow, this shark feels very furry. It's almost like petting a horse or something. And what do we have here? I see some sea stars. Okay, these you can feel them as well. Oh, this one is very rugged. Wow. And then over to this side, I see some sea snails of various kinds. Yep. Oh yeah, what a slimy but hard shell. Okay, what's down there? Okay, a lot of water down there. This is certainly one of the coolest things that I've seen in one of these aquariums. It's very interactive, so you can drop a net down there and try to catch a crab. So once it comes up, you can't take it and eat it, obviously. They'll just throw it back in there. But if you guys want to do a little fishing here at the Sea Center, you can do it. Oh, this is pretty cool. Look closer at local life. So you can take some of these very tiny species and they would put it under the microscope, and then that's what you see. There's even more upstairs. Yes, getting my money's worth. Oh wow. This is like a little maze of little glass displays where you can see different kinds of fish. Oh, this is pretty awesome. I see a shrimp right here, and then I see a olive colored eel right over here. Oh, I see some seahorses in this tank. Yeah, I heard this is one of the big attractions at the Sea Center, is the giant Pacific seahorse. Okay, they're just kind of swimming about in this tank. What an exciting life. That is a true to life size of a whale that's hanging from the ceiling. Well, that's pretty nice. Oh, and you can see like a Pacific Ocean view right here through the glass. And what is that? Is that a sea otter on display? Yep, it's a sea otter. Look at that, eating a nice uni lunch. And then when you walk down the stairs, you get back to the first floor and it takes you into the gift store. Okay. It's not really a big gift store, but it looks like they have some stuff here still, like puzzles, hats, t-shirts, books. Oh yeah, here's another place that you can get a souvenir in Santa Barbara, especially if you are into sea life. Even though it's 2 stories, it's not exactly the biggest aquarium or sea center that I've been to, and maybe that's the reason why it's only $17. But still, if you're into marine life, then I think you'll like it. Like I said, it's one of the big attractions in Santa Barbara, especially out by the beach. If you want to see the fish, you want to touch the shark, you want to do interactive activities like catching the crab, seeing the seahorses, going to the gift store, then I think you're gonna like this place. Definitely family friendly. Earlier I was at West Beach, but then when you go to the other side of Stearns Wharf, you're gonna arrive to East Beach. And me personally, I really like this side better, especially if you go deeper down in that direction, because you get this really gorgeous background view where you see all the palm trees, the mountains, all the old buildings. Go onto the Stearns Wharf and take a picture of yourself or with your family, your friends, in front of this background, and this will be like one of the best California pictures you'll ever take. Even during this time of the year with this very cool weather, there's still people hanging out here at the beach and going into the ocean. Okay, I think I'm gonna soak in the sun for a little bit, relax at the beach, and then later on tonight, I'm headed off to a really exceptional restaurant. I'm here at the Funk Zone. This is considered the arts district. It's here on the street behind me called Yanonali Street. I hope I'm pronouncing that okay. It's not really that big. It just goes for about a few blocks going eastward from State Street. And this is where you'll see restaurants and a lot of wine shops and just places to hang out for a lot of the young hipsters. In terms of the whole cultural vibe, it's a little different than what you would see, like for example, in downtown or over there by the ocean. But I think it's pretty cool. In the same exact funk zone, when you go north on Helena Avenue, you will get to one of the greatest sushi restaurants in Santa Barbara. I'm here at Silver's Omakase, so acclaimed that it even won a Michelin star. Not just on the Michelin Guide, but won a Michelin star. When you hear something like that, you can't help but get excited. So of course, I made my reservation and I'm gonna check out the Sushi Omakase experience and to show you guys. Oh, hello. Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. So you're supposed to arrive about 10 minutes early so that you can get your complimentary champagne in this dark greeting room. Green apple acidity with a long dry taste. All right, very nice. I've never started an omakase meal like this before, so I'm pretty excited. So the chef and founder is Chef Lennon Silvers Lee. Really awesome sushi chef from what I heard, who used to work at Sushi Bar Montecito, which is another highly rated sushi restaurant in Santa Barbara. And I just want to let you know that this restaurant cannot do accommodations for gluten-free or vegetarians. So if you come here, you pretty much have to eat whatever they give you. I mean, you don't want to alter the food because they put a lot of thought into making these sushi dishes, so just eat it the way it is. This is like really fine paper menu. Wow, it's so flimsy. I've never seen a menu like this before. This is the wine sake menu. They got a lot of it, as you can see. Yeah, you can order it by the glass or by the bottle. And by the looks of it, it can be really expensive. Wow. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get any of this tonight, but just letting you know, if you are a wine or sake connoisseur, then you're gonna have a fun time here. This course meal is $235 and it's about 15 courses tonight, but that's a little different depending on what night you show up. First one starting off is the kinmedai, which is the golden ice snapper. I love the color of that. That looks so good. These bowls are pretty incredible. Look at it. I've never seen a shape like this before. Okay, I really do feel like I'm in a Michelin star restaurant. That golden ice snapper is tender, but it's crunchy at the same time. And I'm really loving the sauce. It is so citrusy, like so bright tasting.
Everything has a purpose.
That is like the most delicious, citrusy, golden ice snapper sashimi dish that I've had. Okay, what a perfect way to start. Course number 2 is the kampachi. Yep, one of my favorites. It's King Amberjack from Nagasaki, Japan. And it's supposed to have a nice buttery, rich taste. And you see there's some wasabi on the side that you're supposed to put a little bit on top of the fish. And there's also that shoyu sauce, which is 3 years fermented. That is fancy. Wow, no kidding. That thing is super buttery. Nice. It is so nice and crunchy too, like tender crunchy. Fermented shoyu is like brushed on.
Okay.
Just left him in the car today.
Butteriest, richest tasting kampachi that I've had. All right, I am super excited, yes. And course number 3, we got the hotate, which is the scallops. One of my favorites as well. So yep, Hokkaido scallop with the scallion on top, as well as that bone broth dashi, which is cooked with all of the fish that they've been using tonight. It breaks up into 3 separate pieces. Okay, I get 3 bites. Wow, that thing is really so tender. It's really as perfect as scallops can get. You're supposed to take the broth and drink the whole thing. I mean, I'm gonna do it since this is a very expensive meal, That fish soup is like so good. It's like comfort food. I just want to drink like a whole big bowl of that now. And course number 4 is the Otoro, which is the fatty bluefin tuna from Baja. And we got some of the shoyu on top. And there's also something called the haho flower, which comes from the shiso leaf, Wow, that's pretty exotic. And a little bit of wasabi on the side. And I noticed that they don't provide you with a soy sauce dish and you pour the soy sauce in. Because in a lot of very serious omakase restaurants, the chef has pretty much got it all down so that you don't need to put any additional soy sauce on it.
How often do you guys come to Samoa?
Oh man, that thing is like so rich tasting. It's like rich to the nth degree. Yeah, like sea butter right there. I mean, I knew it was going to taste that way because it's otoro, which is fatty tuna. But I really think that that addition of the flour is so unique because it really has like that floral taste.
We usually do Palm Springs a lot.
I am loving that. I mean, anytime you throw bluefin tuna at me, especially if it's like otoro, I'm just gonna love it. Doesn't matter what restaurant. But here, it's definitely gonna be like a 10 out of 10. This is a fish from Ehime, which is south of Tokyo. This is called the kasugodai, which is baby sea bream.
Just came in the season.
But they're the same fish.
Same fish.
It's like the deal of fish.
Yeah.
That fish just really melts in your mouth. Wow, next thing you know, it's gone. So I wouldn't say it's as rich tasting as like toro, but the texture is so nice. Wow, I really wish that all my fish can taste like that. And the next one is the madai, which is the adult sea bream. So the last one I got is the baby sea bream. This one is the bigger version from the same area of Japan.
We went to
Yeah, that's pretty tender as well. And it's very warm, and that's the way I like it. Sushi, I mean, I'll still eat it if it's chilled, but if it's warm like that, it's like, wow, it really brings a smile to your face because it's like a nice big hug in your mouth. They use a very special rice called Tanada Ise Hikari from Japan. And I heard that this is the first or the only restaurant in the US that uses this rice that's supposed to be very high quality and even a little richer tasting. You see the amount of care that they put into their food, they go the extra mile. I mean, I can really give them a thumbs up for that. And then course number 7 is called the Itoyori, which is the golden thread fin from Ehime. Once again, I am loving it. It's so tender. It's like melts in your mouth. Warm rice. It's like, what more can you ask for? And this one is the Shima Aji, which is from Kagoshima, Japan. And this is not mackerel. Apparently, it is striped jack. That is a very satisfying bite. It's like a big, crunchy, but yet tender piece of striped jack in my mouth. Woo! And I'm loving the rice. Did I tell you that? They use a very special kind of rice here. It's like you're not going to find it in any other restaurants in the US. And this is number 9, which is the Akami bluefin tuna, lean tuna from Baja. That sounds good. That is like a very nice, clean tasting tuna. So it is lean. It's not as fatty or rich tasting as the toro. Yeah, it definitely beats regular tuna, right? And this one is the Chu Toro medium fatty bluefin tuna from Baja.
What is that very long knife used for?
Okay, I do like lean bluefin tuna, but I just have to have it fatty. Like, yeah, fatty tuna is always the way to go. It's like so rich tasting. It's like blows your mind when you eat it. Course number 11, which is the Saba, which is wild blue mackerel from Fukuoka, Japan, and it's lightly seared with binchotan charcoal.
in Japan, we serve these wild stuff.
That right there is a mackerel taste, but not like a fishy mackerel taste. It's like a very nice, pleasant mackerel taste. And I do kind of taste like the smokiness of the binchotan on it as well. And then from Nimoro City is the Japanese uni sea urchin. So creamy. It's a little sweet. It liquefies in your mouth. I know we're here in Santa Barbara and that, you know, the Santa Barbara uni is the thing here, but it's okay. I'll take the one from Japan because I do like the Japan one better. And this one is the Negi Toro, which is the tuna belly with green onion. One of my favorites to get, especially at hand roll bars, yes. That tuna just liquefies when you bite into it. It's like you don't even need to chew it. Rice, glutinous perfection. Seaweed, you know, the nori, nice and crispy. This is one of those things that you have to eat quickly once they get it to you because you don't want it to get soggy. So once they hand it to you, just eat it. In fact, all of these nigiris you should just eat right away for the optimal flavor. And by the way, when you come here, they recommend don't put on any cologne or perfume because that interferes with the smell and the taste of the food. And this is number 14, which is the tamago, Japanese egg. You see, they got good variety here. So with this egg, they make it a very special way because there is a little bit of that red sea bream in there, scallop, as well as Japanese yam. Wow, that tamago is so good. I feel like I'm eating a piece of dessert cake in my mouth or something. That's not to say that it's really sweet, but it's just so tasty. It's very spongy and it's like kind of chilled as well. You can really tell there's like real technique involved in making it. It's like just really good texture and taste. And this is the dessert, which is the strawberry, but not any ordinary strawberry. This is Japanese strawberry from Saga. Man, those strawberries are bomb. It's like sweet and it's so juicy at the same time. Okay, it's not like the typical strawberries you buy from Ralph's Market. This is like really good strawberries. Woo! See, even their fruits here are like so top notch. Now, the only thing that I wish that they gave me was freshwater eel because like I'm really into that, but it's okay. I mean, everything else was just really, really superb. State Street is definitely lively at nighttime. You hear a lot of the music as well as people eating at the different restaurants, bars, people still walking and skateboarding all around. I wouldn't say as rowdy as Bourbon Street, but this is where all the action is at in Santa Barbara at nighttime. I made it back to my hotel and I think I'm going to get some snacks here at 1926 before I call it a night. I'll show you what's on the menu of 1926. If you come during the morning time, you can get these items as well as breakfast sandwiches, okay. And then during the evening and nighttime, look, you can get roasted nuts, you can get cheese or charcuterie plate, or we can go with one of these toasts right here. And then the next page, we got all of the cocktails. Yep, a lot of cocktails, even non-alcoholic. And we even got some wines like red. We got whites and sparkling, beer and cider. The charcuterie and cheese plate. I haven't had one of these in quite a while. Okay, so you see all the meats as well as the olives. We got the preserves as well as cheese, some really big crackers. And since we are in Santa Barbara, got to try the wine at least one time, right? Crunchy, creamy, salty, nutty. What a combination. Woo, this is so fun. Yeah, I just want to hang out here at this bar until sunrise. Today's my last day in Santa Barbara, and it's always such a sad feeling when you have to check out on the last day, right? Yeah. Anyways, there's still more places to eat, more things to see, so stay tuned. Another great thing that you can see in Santa Barbara, especially if you are in downtown, is the Superior Court. You're probably asking, why visit a Superior Court? What goes on here? I mean, other than the Spanish colonial revival architecture, there's this very famous clock tower that's up there that a lot of people like to go to so that they can get a 360 view of downtown Santa Barbara and just anything beyond. Okay, I'm down to do this. Let's go up to the clock tower. You do have to go through a security check when you go into the building. So don't think that this is an inactive museum. There's actually activity happening in here, as in people are working out of this building. You really feel like you're going through airport security. I mean, this thing is pretty intense. I mean, it is a civil center, so I guess it's kind of reasonable. Oh, the tower is like right over here, by the way, like right by the entrance. How convenient. This is actually more of a spectacular view than I thought because I see everything, like all the homes, and I see the mountains and even the ocean in front of me. Oh, how very cool. Let me just show you the view. You see that? That's all the street traffic down there where I just came in from. Wow. I'm gonna go over this way so you can see what it looks like here. Yeah, that is looking northward, and oh, you see those mountains? Yeah, that is so beautiful. Wow. Let's go this way so that you can see what's in the east direction. See that? Pretty nice, right? Okay. And then looking southward. Right there, you see that's the ocean, the Pacific Ocean down there. Wow. This is really such a nice view. This place is also known for these red roof tiles, which you can't really see as much when you're down there, but when you come to the top, you can see those tiles along with everything else in the city. Don't think that the clock tower is the only thing to see. When you go back down to the bottom, you'll see a lot of these murals that are all over these buildings that are really something that you don't see quite often, which is why I'm so intrigued by it. Just the overall design, architecture, the colors. This is one of the rooms in the courthouse, even though it looks like an ancient church. Wow, it's so nice. Like, I like the murals all around. It's like you're stepping into a piece of history when you look at this thing. Pretty cool, huh? I didn't think I would ever get so excited to see a courthouse until right now. And once again, please be respectful when you're on this property because court is in session in some of these rooms. This is one really fascinating courthouse. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of history here. And there's still the garden outside too. Even this garden is so nice too. So very spacious. A lot of people like to hang out here. And this part is free, so you don't have to go through security for that. Only if you want to go inside to go all around the building and of course to go all the way to the clock tower. But I really think it's worth it, especially if you are into aerial views. In a city like Santa Barbara, you're gonna want to see some aerial views and take some pictures because it is pretty spectacular. Yeah, one of the best free things to do, especially if you are in downtown Santa Barbara. Just walking distance from the Superior Court is Santa Barbara Public Market. I was here on the first day in Santa Barbara, but there's so many more food stands that I want to try in there. That's why I am back so that I can do a mini tour to try some of the other really great food stands that they got in Public Market. After all, it is considered one of the best food halls in Central California, so I'm not going to miss out on whatever else is in there. And there are about 12 different food, drink, and dessert shops all under one roof. There are different hours, so if you want to go to any one specific restaurant or shop, then it's best to look online to see what time they open and what time they close. Maybe I will start off with this food stand called Empty Bowl, which is an award-winning Thai food spot. They specialize in noodles, both dry noodles as well as noodle soups, and a whole bunch of appetizers. Well, there's a lot of people eating here, so it must be pretty decent, right? To share is their appetizers. They got everything from the spring rolls all the way to roasted duck buns. And they even got some salad if you want to keep it healthy. Yep, I recognize the Thai beef salad, okay. And then up here, popular section, you see Northern Thailand curry noodle, which is the cow soy. Had it many times before. This one I've never had before, Thai beef pho. I think that's like some sort of a Thai Vietnamese fusion dish, okay. Even Bangkok street noodle. And then down here we got Pad Thai Khao San Road. Okay, that sounds very unique. Pad See Ew, yep, I recognize that. Tom Yum noodle. This one is very popular, the hangover noodle. And if you have to have your wines with your food, they sell them by the glass. You see cocktails, sake, white wine, they even got red wine, and the beers, as well as the non-alcoholic beverages. It is so hot right next to the wok. So yep, this is where they are doing all the stir-fry noodles. Then they got the noodle soup down there. That is the curry for the cow soy. Very classic Thai dish. Oh yeah, that's the fried noodle too. The chili oil, and this is the ones for to go, and this is for dine-in, obviously, since it's in a bowl. Wow, it smells so good. Not fast food. Once you place your order, you're gonna have to wait a little while. So perhaps if you're sitting by the bar, order a drink and just hang out. If you're coming here for the first time and you wanna get a stir-fry noodles, I heard this is the one you gotta get, the hangover noodle, which you can get with chicken or organic tofu, but then you can also get it with beef or shrimp. I got mine with chicken today. So this is made of fat rice noodles, green beans, white button mushrooms, cherry tomatoes, white onions, red jalapeno, garlic, mushroom soy sauce, oyster sauce, basil Thai, Thai chilies. Wow, so many ingredients. Those noodles are nice and chewy, and flavor-wise, it's like kind of spicy, but also kind of sweet at the same time. So I guess you can kind of say it's like eating like pad ki mao maybe, but like their own version of it. But it's pretty good though. It's like a very nice taste. Tender chicken, really good mushrooms. Yeah, me personally, I'm more of a pad see ew type of person, but if I were to come back here and order this dish again, I wouldn't mind. It's really good. I like it. And you can see how big it is, right? You will totally get full after eating this one dish. And if you're getting a noodle soup, this is the star of the show, the Northern Thailand curry noodle, cow soy. So inside the soup, we got flat egg noodles, stewed all natural free range chicken in curry based broth, coconut milk, fish sauce, pickled mustard greens, which you see on top, along with the cilantro, green onions, as well as that house-made chili oil on top. And it's topped with that crispy egg noodles. Here's another dish that could be a meal in of itself. Pretty big portions this restaurant gives. That is like so creamy, wow. But then it's also a little spicy because there is that chili oil that's inside of there as well. And how about some of the noodles? It's like really deep in there. Those egg noodles, oh, I see it, okay. Not as chewy as some of the other ones that I've had in the past, but still pretty good flavor. And I gotta show you this. Look how big this chicken piece is. It's like a chicken breast that's inside. I don't think I've ever seen a chicken breast this big like this in a cow soy. Because usually in more of like those really authentic Thai restaurants, they would put chicken leg inside of there. But it's okay, I'll take it. You know, this kind of tastes like the chicken breast that you would have when you're making chicken soup at home. It really has that home style taste. Now, I can't speak for the other things on the menu, but if you get the hangover noodles as well as the cow soy, you're gonna get a really good start to this restaurant. Yeah, so empty bowl it is if you want noodle soups as well as stir-fry noodles and perhaps a side of Thai iced tea. Oh yeah. And the second one I'm gonna go to is a Korean food stand or some version of it here at Soulmate Kitchen. And what's cool about this food stand is that they got your hot food entrees, but then they also have breakfast items like coffee, pastries, desserts. Okay, so for sure, this is one spot you can come to in the morning when everything else is closed. These are the small bites that are served from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, their version of Brussels sprouts, pork belly bites, even something called gochujang mac and cheese, okay? And this is the lunch kitchen menu from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you can get bento box with your choice of protein, bulgogi, pork belly, chicken, even tofu, and the soul sizzle rice is popular. Soul Fire Wings is the best seller here, so I think I'm gonna get that one. But then if you come during dinner time, they got the bibimbap, Korean meatballs, yeah, Soul Fire Wings, which I said is popular. And if you come during the brunch hour, you can get your coffee. Yep, good place to get some ice or cold coffee. You see the lattes, Americano, and we even got the breakfast items like bulgogi wrap, okay? And then some teas, all right. Who doesn't love some tea, right? Like matcha oat latte, as well as whatever's in the bakehouse. All the brownies and muffins. Gonna be starting off with these small bites. This is the kimchi arancini. Whoa, that's like a Korean-Italian fusion dish, okay. So it's kimchi fried rice arancini that's stuffed with mozzarella and served with a scallion lime aioli. And of course I have to get my drinks too, right? Oh yeah, the one to the left is the Soul Espresso. And then the one to the right is the strawberry matcha. I never thought I'd see an arancini in a Korean restaurant. This is something I'll always remember. You know, it actually tastes like a kimchi fried rice that's fried. So it's like a fried kimchi fried rice. You see the texture all around? Yeah, very crunchy all around. And then inside is kimchi fried rice. I've never seen anything like this before. Oh, it's so good. There's some cheese in here as well. And that lime sauce, it's very tasty. Nice and creamy, limey. It works so perfectly with this dish. I could come back to this restaurant just for this one. I think Korean restaurants back in Koreatown, LA, they should put something like this on the menu. It's gonna make their business blow up. That is an espresso. Yeah, you just know, it tastes so strong. All right, it is kind of on the sweet side, so if you guys like your drinks sweet, then obviously you should get it. All right, moment of truth with these wings. Let's go. I am so glad I got these. These taste so good. Just like the menu says, perfectly crunchy, and that sweet and spicy gochujang glaze is like classic. These taste as good as a lot of the Korean fried chicken that I've had back in LA. And it comes with that white rice too, which is pretty awesome. It tastes fine. It's a complete meal. See, you got the chicken and you got the rice. What more can you ask for? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to drink some of my strawberry matcha just to kind of cool myself down. If you like the green tea, the matcha, along with the strawberry flavor, then for sure you got to get this one. And these are some of the assorted cakes and pastries, some of it which I am going to take home. This one is their seasonal cheesecake. And then right here, we have their milky cloud cake. So it's basically house-made shortcake served in 4 milks, and it's topped with house-made whipped cream. Wow, that sounds exciting. And then we got the matcha right there, the matcha blondie brownie, as well as the Nutella brownie. And this one is the double chocolate muffin. I'm gonna try my best not to go crazy with the desserts because I still have to go to a few more food stands. That matcha brownie is pretty mind-blowing. How do I describe it? It has that matcha green tea flavor, of course, but then the texture is so soft. It's almost like borderline creamy. It's wow. I am loving it. It's like I just want to finish this whole thing, but you know, I got to hold myself back. You know, I can't keep going on with all these desserts. Otherwise, I'm gonna have no room to eat everything else over there. I mean, should I eat one more? Why not? I'll just try the cheesecake. Seriously, mic drop. This place has good entrees, good iced coffee, and good desserts. Maybe I just got lucky with what I got, but everything tastes so good. You know, I didn't have the highest expectations when I came to this restaurant, thinking like, how good could a Korean food stand be in Santa Barbara? But it's really good. Oh yeah, this is really one of the best Korean food stands I've had like anywhere. Yeah, just order what I got and I think you're gonna be like super happy. I was right over here and now I'm gonna be going to this next food spot called Wabi Sabi. This is the food stand you gotta come to if you want sushi, and they got sushi of all kinds, like nigiri, sashimi, rolls, bowls. It's quite a big menu actually. You see, they got the rolls right there. They got classic rolls. They also got all of these hand rolls. Yep, a lot of them, as well as your beverages. But then there's even more on this side. You see appetizers. Man, they got a big kitchen back there. You see salads, as well as these various rice bowls, everything from beef bowl to tuna poke. And then you can do very traditional, like the sushi nigiri and sashimi. And just letting you know, it is kind of on the pricey side, but then again, we are in Santa Barbara. Everything's expensive here. And then even more rolls. Look at that. Check that out. They even have ramen here as well. So if you need your ramen fixed, they got you covered. Oh, that's pretty cool. They got counter seating here, just like eating at a sushi bar. All right. See, you got your soy sauce, as well as wasabi ginger. Yeah, I'm all good to go. Nice little assortment here, right? That one is the spicy salmon roll. So in there we got organic salmon, cucumber, cilantro, spicy aioli. And then from the sushi sashimi section, this one is the albacore, one of the things I always like to get at sushi restaurants. And that one is the freshwater eel. This is my second time eating sushi on the Santa Barbara trip. It's okay, I can eat it again. I can eat sushi day and night. I can tell that's good quality salmon. Fairly rich tasting, just melts in your mouth. You got the crunch from the cucumber and that thin layer of glutinous rice around. It's pretty good. Not as fancy as some of the other rolls that I've seen in those sushi restaurants back home, especially all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants. That's okay. I like simple rolls. I like salmon. It's very healthy. But I like sushi nigiri even more, and this is such a big piece of albacore. I like the way they cut it. Wow, that is so tasty. It's really like a mouthful, wow. Yeah, the albacore here is pretty good. I've had it in other sushi restaurants before, such as All You Can Eat, where it's just kind of so-so. But here, you're safe getting it here. Yep, I'm gonna get my eel before I get out of Santa Barbara. That eel just melts in your mouth. It's so warm and it's also kind of crispy around the edges. I'm surprised. This is pretty solid sushi. Because I've been to food courts and food halls where the sushi quality was just like so-so. But this one, pretty nice actually. I think you're gonna be happy. And just a short distance away from Wabi Sabi is Little Bird Kitchen. This is the place you gotta come to if you're into sandwiches, like burgers, chicken sandwich, even some nice salads. I'm really liking this really huge menu that you see right by the counter. You see the wooden bowl salads. Tuscan kale is a very popular one. Or you can get like chopped Greek if you're more into that. And then the sandwiches, yep, burger, you see that right there, using Harris Ranch beef. And you can add extra patty for $3.75 along with these if you really want to supersize your burger. And then the Little Bird, which is their buttermilk fried chicken sandwich, as well as even a crispy fish sandwich. And then down here we got snacks and shares. So if you want to do like corn dog and fries or some wings. I heard that the owner chef used to really be involved in upscale fine dining restaurants before, and I can tell that a lot of it carried over into this food stand. Even though it is fast casual, they're using a lot of high quality ingredients, which is why it's kind of on the pricey side, but you're going to be tasting like really good stuff. Harris Ranch beef burgers, made in-house every single day. And this one is called the mixed lettuces salad. I can tell there's a lot of things inside and it's so bright and colorful. They certainly put care into everything, from the choice of the beef patties to even the choice of the ice cream they use in their milkshake. And based on what I'm seeing, there's no milk in this, so it's just like an ice cream shake. I don't know if I've ever had it made like that before. All the best things here at Little Bird Kitchen, beginning with the mixed lettuces. This is one of the best sellers and it looks super pretty. So in here we got poppy seed dressing, roasted beet, toasted pepitas, orange, shredded carrot, and crumbled goat cheese. I think this is the first salad that I'm eating today at Public Market. Okay, but I gotta get my greens, right? Gotta keep it healthy. This is like one bright tasting salad. I love everything about it. The creaminess of the goat cheese, the crispiness of the lettuce, as well as the taste of the beets, which is cooked perfectly. And we even got the oranges in there, which adds that sweet acidity to this whole thing. A very bright tasting salad. I think it fits so good with Santa Barbara. I mean, look at the bowl. Even the bowl here is so nice too. Yeah, definitely get a salad here because it is one of the things that they're most known for. And this is the main attraction, the LBK burger. I decided to get an extra patty on this, so this is a double burger. You see the cheese inside? So once again, Harris Ranch beef patty, along with new school American cheese, dill pickle, LBK sauce. The sea salt fries does not come with it, so I decided to just get it on the side because you have to have your fries with your burgers, right? And of course, the ketchup and the mustard. Look at those fries, it's like begging to be eaten. And this is the Banana Heath Bar Crunch Shake, a new one on the menu, I heard. It's like very creamy banana flavor, and you taste the crunchiness of that Heath Bar inside. I've never had a Heath Bar before, so I don't know what it tastes like, but if you guys have before and you really like it, then this is the one you got to get. Oh yeah, this is the food you want to eat when you're coming to America for the first time, right? Oh, that is such a satisfying bite. Yeah, that patty is juicy, it's tender, but then it's also crispy because it is a smash burger. And that's really the trendiest way to eat burgers these days, right? Especially in California. Yeah, it's really good. I see why a lot of people like it. Very nice tasting as well. I mean, nothing groundbreaking, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, I love fries like this where it's fried up and just sprinkled with salt, and then you got a really nice burger on the side. This is really such a great classic combination. All right, impressive. I'm liking the food here. So far, I'm liking everything here at Santa Barbara Public Market. And it's no different with Little Bird Kitchen. Like I said, it's not cheap, but they do use quality ingredients in everything from the salads to the burger and even their milkshake. Oh yeah, that's exactly what you want if you're a food connoisseur, right? And if you guys are into barbecue, they got it here. And I'm not gonna miss out on it because I'm really into barbecue. It's here at Q by Whiskey and Rye. Whiskey and Rye is a very popular barbecue restaurant in Solvang, California. And this is their Santa Barbara location. They specialize in West Coast barbecue. All right, let's see what's on the menu. It begins with the shareables. You see blueberry cornbread, which looks really good. They got the wings. They even have ahi poke nachos. And if you want some sandwiches, they got brisket, and you can even do their smoky chicken. And look, they even got some burgers here. Okay, so I guess Little Bird is not the only place to get burgers. But then I come for this, the smoked meats. You could get it by the half pound or the full pound. Brisket, pulled pork, baby back ribs, or perhaps if you want to try a little bit of everything, smokehouse sampler. So with this, you get the baby back ribs, you get the brisket, pulled pork, along with 2 sides. You see, those are the sides that you can get. You have 6 choices, and they also have salads, as well as for the little kids, and then dessert. Since this is my first time here, why not just get the sampler, right? That's the way I roll. On top, we have the half-rack baby back ribs. And then we also have the brisket, which is the 8-ounce hickory smoked brisket. I always like brisket. And then on this side, we have the 6-ounce Carolina gold pulled pork. And we also have the barbecue sauce, as well as the 2 sides. I got the barbecue bourbon beans, which a lot of people get here, so I think I'm safe with that. And this one is also a favorite, which is the garlic smashed potatoes. So to clarify, this is West Coast barbecue, not Texas style barbecue, even though there is some resemblance, but ultimately it's the creation of this restaurant. That brisket is so good. It's so smoky and it's so tender too, and even sweet. They really cook this thing perfectly. You see that right there? So tender. And the crust is so good too because there's a little bit of like a crispiness to it. Now I know for sure when I go to Whiskey and Rye in Solvang, I'm gonna go to this restaurant and get their brisket. Wow, those beans are so candy sweet. I don't really taste beans like that. And it really melts in your mouth too. Oh yeah, these are my favorite kinds of beans. And these potatoes look so crispy. Those potatoes are so good. It's soft on the inside and crispy on the outside. It's such a savory dish. And pro tip, you can take it, dip it into the ranch so that it can give it additional new flavor. That creamy ranch really works so good with the crispiness and the savoriness of the potato. Yeah, for sure, these are the two side dishes you should get when you come to this restaurant. This is like the most golden colored pulled pork that I've seen in any restaurant. It's like salty and then kind of sweet, but very tender though. I think between these two, I like the brisket better, but the pulled pork, it's made really good. Like I feel if I put that in between some buns, it would make for such a good sandwich. And look at those ribs, they look so good. So much sauce on it. It falls right off the bone. It's very tender and there's also some of that delicious fattiness inside as well. And I really love the sauce, like a really good creamy barbecue sauce that's so nice and sweet. It's also very smoky too. Whether you go to the location in Solvang or you come here to Santa Barbara, you just gotta check out Q. It's really good. I think this is really as good as barbecue is gonna get in a food hall. Wow, I'm pretty full. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to all 12 of these food stands, but if you go with these 5 along with the other one I went to the other day, Corazon Cocina, then you're gonna have a rockin' time here. It's a good time to walk off some of those calories. I am now at Shoreline Park, which is another one of the fun things that you can do when you are in Santa Barbara, especially if you are into parks and into walking. It's a few blocks worth of grass and walkway that goes for, looks like a few blocks. But the cool thing about this park is that you get some really nice home views on this side, probably like $10 million homes. And then on this side, beautiful ocean view. Wow, this park is no joke. It's even better than all the parks that I've seen back in LA. I mean, look, you got the playground right here for kids. You have a bench right here where you can have picnics underneath these trees. A lot of the green grass to walk on. Yep, even birds in the background. And this is the best part right here. Wow, look at that coastline. I even see a cruise ship coming in too. Well, that's pretty much it with my 3-day adventure in Santa Barbara. Now keep in mind that these aren't the only restaurants and tourist attractions to see in the city. But if you start with these suggestions, then you're gonna have a rockin' time in Santa Barbara, especially if you're coming for the first time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this documentary all the way to the end. You guys rock, and I'll see you all in the next food and travel adventure.